What's up, everybody? CT. Man, it's been like forever since I streamed, so I'm gonna just like start up a new stream, even a new game for right now. Just putting it on break. The other one's more of my continuous game. This could just kind of be a side project, so I'm gonna name the Shelf 2, Episode 0, and this is gonna be a Sokoban game, because I think I should just make something pretty simple, right? Just uh, something easy to understand, easy to do, and gosh, I just need something out there, right? So, yep, I'm gonna start from a fresh new Unity project, and we're gonna just work our way through all of this. I need to like get up my chat and everything too. So how do I do this? Oh man, there's lots of setup I still gotta do. Oh, this is my other project, so I'm gonna hit new project. And we're gonna name this, like I said, Sokoban. And like Sokoban is a game where you like push a block around, and you're supposed to get the block in certain spots. And oh, okay, that just crashed on me. Great. So what did I do wrong there? I don't even know. Maybe if I just close the project. I really want to make a Sokoban project, please. There it goes. I think that's going. Okay. Pop out chat. Uh-huh. Cool. So basic Unity project. I kind of like this layout. What kind of layouts we got? We got 2x3, 4x4 splits. Default. Kind of missed the default setting. Tall. Wide. Like wide too. I kind of like tall and just having these two split. That's really what I like to have. Okay. Cool. Alright, so let's get started here. So Sokoban game. Let's see if we can just like Google some of this stuff. Sokoban. Yeah, so Sokoban game is kind of like a game. Yeah, this is stuff like I kind of remember, like this screenshot right here. There we go. So you're a guy, you're on a gridded world, and your mission is to get these boxes onto these dots. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just make maybe like a capsule, some squares, a block, some other blocks, and yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be kind of heavy programming, I guess, not much graphics, and then we'll slap some graphics on there to see how it looks. So let's go. Yep. Oh no, Cortana.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
Cortana. Always getting in my way. I need to disable that. Alright, so where are we at? Unity. Alright, so what I'm going to imagine is I'm going to make this in a 3D world, but it's really going to live on a 2D grid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a plane, a nice plane, and the plane's going to have a grid, and a grid is going to contain squares, right? So let's do it. Or cells. We'll call it cells, because it's not necessarily square. Okay. So how are we gonna do it? Let's go ahead and make a 3D object. Let's make it a quad. Let's rotate it by 90 degrees on the X. My bad. There we go. So there we go. That's the floor. So if this is a 1x1, let's make this how many squares across and how many squares. Let's make it like maybe. Let's kind of emulate this world. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll say like 10. 10 by 10. And this could be 10, but it's flat, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, so here's our grid world. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this guy have a script. And so the script is going to be, what am I do? Let's go ahead and make a script folder. Folder scripts. Okay, let's go ahead and make C# script main grid. Alright, so here we go. We're making this, the square, we're going to make it contain a grid. Oh, let's get that over here. Maybe I can go up a few. Alright, here we go. I like it in my formatting here. I don't need the comments right now. I'm always curious about the documentation, but we'll talk about that later. Like, how do I comment my functions and everything to be documented correctly? Oh, I should see if this is actually working on Twitch, though. It's been so long since I've done this. It's loading video. Oh yeah, it looks good. Okay, good. It's been a while. Been a while since I've been here. Okay, so main grid. What's main grid gonna do? We're gonna have a few publics. Public, we'll say public int width, public int height, okay, and then on start. Oh, and one more thing, and we're gonna have a private, doesn't have to be private, public grid. Be like, what is a grid? Actually, public cell, a 2D array, and I'm gonna have it by X and then by Y. So cell, we'll call this grid. Yeah, sure, grid. And then on start, we'll just say, hey, grid is going to equal new cell. Oh, still doesn't know what cell is. Right now, we're just going to make this an embedded class. How do I do this? Control period. Generate class for cell and main grid. There we go. So there we go. Cell's a class in here, and grid's going to equal new cell array. I think that's good. And it's going to be width by height. Nice. So we got the width by height. What else is next? What else is next? I guess we can initiate. I'm going to say for x, for int x equals 0, x less than width, x plus plus, and then we'll do the same for y. Y equals 0, y less than height, y plus plus, and then we're just say, hey, grid is gonna be grid xy is gonna equal new cell, and that's it for now. Cool. So now we got a bunch of cells. Okay, so now that we got a bunch of cells, let's figure out what cell needs. I'm gonna say cell's gonna have an x and y position, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Public, this one's gonna be a float. Public float x, public float y. Alright, cool. I'm thinking about this. This is gonna be the offset from the center of the object, and the center. So, okay, just looking back here, this quad, which I'm gonna name ground, and I'm gonna attach this main grid on here. Okay, so this square right here on the ground is, I'm gonna try to make all these 1 2 3 4 5 1 2. Yeah, hey, look, I'm gonna try to make these squares kind of equivalent to the squares with the grid, the cells, right? So I need to figure out the position of this square, this square, this square, this square, this square, this square, so on and so forth. Alright, so to do that, we are just going to take the width and the height of our self and basically set the grid, the cell, X and Y there. So here we go. For example, maybe I can just do it all here. I know it's going to be kind of just messy, loopy, not messy, just loopy. So here we go. We're gonna got a little bit loopy, but that's okay. So we're gonna make a new cell here. Might as well just keep going. X, Y, dot X. And now we kind of got to figure out what's going on here. So just so that this makes sense, we have the plane. Our 0, 0, 0 points here. We want to get 0. We basically want to get the 0, 0 square here, that point. So we got to subtract half the width and then half the height to get to the 0, 0 point. And then we just add the size of one cell. So yes, all sorts of things we got to do. All right, so let's go ahead and get a float cell width, and that's going to equal. Going to equal our width, which is our scale, which will be scale. No. How do I get our scale? Transform that scale. Local scale? Yeah, let's just do local scale. Dot X. I like it. Float cell height equal transform dot local scale dot Y. And so we got our cell width, our cell height. That's kind of misspelled, so let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, cool. Cell width, cell height. So we know for our X, we gotta go back. Our cell width divided by 2. So that's good. It's a good 0 starting point. And we're gonna add our X times here we go. We forgot one other one. Grid width is going to equal. Yeah, there we go. And it's not Y. I think we do X and Z, right? Yeah. No, I think this one is indeed Y, because we had to rotate it 90 degrees. So grid width, grid height, cell width is just going to be grid width divided by width. Grid height is going to equal this thing. Just for the sake of transparency and debugging, I'm gonna just make everything a public public float. We'll worry about protection and everything later, security and setting everything up. But I think for just having everything public, showing in the inspector is it's nice. So here we go. We got grid, width, height. Yeah, all that looks great. So we got, let's take a step back. We need to go back, grid width divided by 2, and then we're going to add x, let's make some more parentheses, x times cell width divided by 2. So that way, let's imagine 0, 0, right? So we got 0, 0. We're gonna go back half the width of the grid. So okay, this whole my head is like the grid, right? So if I go here to 0, 0, then I have little squares everywhere. Bop, 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 bop. I need half of that square, so I want the center of that square. So that's why I'm adding the second part here. So okay, cool. And let's just do that again for the Y. So yep, this is the width and the height. So now we should have the center of all the squares in this for loop. And if I play this, hopefully that will be true. I'm scared because I don't even know. I don't know what you're telling me. Some are Mac OS and some are Windows. Inconsistent line endings. Oh, well, I really can't fix that from here, can I? What if I close it and reopen it? Maybe I'll fix it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, do whatever you need to do. I'll save it. Bam. Warning gone. Everything looks good. Time to run. Alright, so it's compiling, running, trying to do its thing. Here we go. We're now running. If I go to ground, here's the script. So, yep, width and height are 0, 0. Grid width, grid height are 10. Cell width and cell height are infinity. I don't think that's right. So, yeah, I didn't set my width or the height. So I'm going to say if width or, you know what, if width equals less than or equal to 0, width is going to equal to 10. And same with height. Alright, so with height, I typically am going to set it to 10, so just for now. So it won't be 0. Well, let's go ahead and test a 0. So if they were 0 and I started up the game, those should go up to 10. So let's see, yeah, everything went up to 10 and my cell width and cell height are 1. But really, I'm going to just set it to 10. Cool. Yeah, this is good. I of course can't see my custom list of grids, but that's okay, we know they exist. So I wonder if I can debug that somehow. I think if I go, I guess there's really no breakpoint I can put in here. Well, okay, whatever. Let's stop our game. All right. Sorry. So we got a cell. We got this. Yes, everything looks great. I kind of want to make a game controller object, just somewhere where like all other objects can kind of interact. So I'm doing it. Yeah, I like it at the top too. Alright, so game controller. So game controller is gonna have a script, believe it or not. And I'm gonna just reset all this. Reset. Thank you. Let's add a script. Let's go ahead and make a new script. Let's call this Why not? Game controller. Or level controller. What about that? That's even better, right? Alright, level controller. What does level controller do? Well, what does level controller need, first of all? I think it's gonna need I think it's gonna need a reference to a game object called player. It's gonna need a reference to a game object. Hey, game object, are you a thing? Are you not a game object? Alright, well, let's go here. Oh, it's not seeing any of the Unity stuff. Let me close this out and open it back up. Oh, did it load up? Is it doing anything? There it goes. Crazy! There we go. Everything's working now. Alright, I don't know what happened there. Alright, so public game object player. Public game object ground. Yup. So we got the player, the ground. Let's just see that. If we can get the player to move on different grids on the ground, that'd be great. So let's go here. So level controller should have like, hey, a player and a ground. Here's ground. Let's go ahead and make a 3D object capsule. And let's make an empty object. And I'm going to put the capsule in the empty object. This is going to be player. And this is going to be body. Why not? And so the body, let's flip that up to 1. That's the rotation. Let's do the, there we go. So as you noticed, I put the body, the actual mesh inside of a empty game object because I really want this game object to be the brains of everything, and everything under it will just be pieces and parts to the brains, you know. So like the drawing, maybe some other accessories or anything like that. But I want everything else to live here on player. So that's how I'm kind of doing everything, just so I can easily swap different meshes in and out without changing all the scripts on player. Okay, so we got player. What are we doing with player now? I don't know. What will we do with player? I think what we'll do is we're gonna move him to the 0, 0 square right when we start. So we're gonna go back to level controller. We're gonna grab player. Alright, fine. I'll just drag player here. Oop. Player is going here. And ground is going here. So now we got a player and a ground. Awesome. Level controller. Level controller. So on start. We're gonna say player.transform move or .transform translate. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize there's so many different translates. Um, let's do this. Yeah, we'll take translate. We're gonna say ground dot grid. Let's say main grid. Were you? Yeah, main grid ground. Ground dot grid. We'll just say 00 dot x. Uh, we'll just call this starting position. So we'll say, hey, cell or main grid dot cell starting position equals, yep, ground grid 0 0. Starting position x, starting starting position dot y, and 0. What do we think? Will that work? Will that move the player to 0 0? Looks like that did not happen, but there's a chance that level controller doesn't have a grid. Yep, sounds about right. So here we go. Alright, so we got cells the starting position, player.transform.translate. Alright, I am going to stop what's happening here in Unity. I am going to try to see if I can debug here. Attach to Unity, play on Unity. Should get me back over here. I don't think that worked. So I'm going to stop it here. Let's attach and play. So it's attaching right now. It's playing. Oh, but there's a null reference. Oh, ground.grid.00 is null. Alright, let's see. Let's go back then. Interesting, interesting. That would do it, right? Alright, so let's see what we got. Ground is definitely something. Grid is null. Interesting. So basically, I see. Ground.grid didn't start yet. Okay, not a problem, not a problem. I don't know if that's just easy as just moving this below, but that's a really hacky way to handle all of this. Yeah, it's not even good. Alright, let's get this working right. How do I want this to work? Alright, let's be a little bit more procedural about this. Like, what's really gonna happen here? I'm gonna delete all of this except start, right? And so this is what I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna start typing stuff, not necessarily anything's gonna make sense here. So we're gonna get the starting position. Get starting position cell. So we'll have a cell. Not even that. We'll have first. Let's make new grid, right? So we're gonna say a grid, and we'll say like 10 by 10, right? Nice. So we got a new grid. Start position is going to equal get cell grid 0 or even grid 0 0. Grid dot get cell 0 0, something like that, right? So we're making a grid. We're getting the 0 0 position. We're going to say, hey, player dot move 0 0. Player dot initiate 0 0. What about that? So that moves it directly to the 0 0 spot. So we're gonna make a new grid, get the cell, initiate, and then everything else should know what to do. Okay, sounds easy enough. Alright, so make new grid will be something here, I guess? The following text wasn't found. Okay, F12. Alright, that's okay. Yeah, sure, make a new. Alright, so private object, which is really going to be a grid. It's width, int height, and okay, so we got a width, height. We're gonna make a new grid. Yeah, I just don't know. I'm trying to do it here. Let's just make a new thing called grid. It's gonna be very similar to what we just made. A new class. Yep, sure. Grid. Grid sounds great. I'm gonna kinda just steal a book from here. Page from a book from this one. I don't know. Not buying it. Not buying it one bit. It'd be nice just to use this, right? But I'm doing everything on start, and maybe I shouldn't do it on start. Maybe it needs to be on like let me get some Unity doc right quick. Just kind of get a feel for how everything kind of starts up. Unity, I think I have it in my development. Unity, here we go. So awake on enable and start. Okay. I'm thinking. My brain's already fried for some reason. Alright. This is what we're going to do. Look, we're going to get a grid. Right now it's called main grid. I'm probably going to rename that. So we'll call this grid. It's not going to be anything up front, so you'll probably be null up here. You'll probably be null here. So main grid, player. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. Better yet, everything's going to be on enable and on disable. Void. On enable. Main grid. Dot. On enabled plus equals let's see, initialize player, start level, nice, player dot on enabled plus equals start level. Alright, so we got main grid start level, and then we're gonna go ahead and generate a basically a function, right? Start level, and what start level is going to do is, what is start level going to do? It's going to check, hey, if, well, first we're going to check, hey, is grid equal null? Okay. I don't like what I have here. Let's just say void create on grid create, yeah, on grid create it. We're gonna say, hey, grid equals main grid. Say, hey, grid's equal to grid. This dot grid is equal to grid. Yeah, sounds good. Void on player create it. Player. This dot player is going to equal to player. And then at the end of each of those, we're going to have just one more thing called start level. And basically, if player equals null, return, or grid equals null. Yeah, that sounds good. Either way you write it should be fine, but I like to have it like this. Something silly-ish, but cool. If grid equals null, just return that too. Otherwise, do some code. Yeah, and let's go ahead and just say what that. Oh no, not yet, not yet. All right. So what can we do here? Generate field. Yeah, let's do it. Main grid. What did I just do here? Yep, it's definitely a static. It's definitely an action too. Awesome. Equals delegate. What if I just did that? Or was it this? Nice. On enable. You're gonna do all this awesome stuff, and then once you're done with all this, you can run on enabled. On enabled. What do we say? That looks good. Yeah. All right. Just checking this right quick. Make sure on enable and on enabled. Past tense. All right. Cool. But it's not very. Bam. Alright. So we got main grid. Let's go ahead and do player. Player is going to be just a script for now. I'll probably rename it later. We're just trying to get through this hour, having something that you can move the player around the grid. Okay, so we got player. I'm going to put player script on player. Okay, there's errors and stuff. That's okay. You don't want me to do anything while there's errors? I totally understand. Alright, on enable. What do we need to do now? I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do anything here per se. Alright, main get enable handler. I think that's fine, right? And then static event enabled handler on enable equals enable handler, something like this. Should I say new? I'm gonna do some quick C# event handler stuff. C# event handler empty. C# empty event handler. How do I do this? New my events. Alright, so I'm definitely doing that. Events. Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing earlier. Oh, delegate. Something like it. And I definitely need to say main grid. Back to Chrome. Yeah, I'd like to do this. Public delegate void. My thing. Yeah, my thing is void. I'm looking. I'm just trying to find how to make an empty. Yeah, an empty kind of like this, like I'm doing here. What's the error? Not all code paths return a value in anonymous. Should totally be like that. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, that looks just fine. Okay, so cool. Alright. Back to what I was doing. Start level now needs to take it's not, you're gonna be on grid create, on player create it, and I need to do that stuff on player. So okay, back to main grid. Here we go. Player. That sounds good. Alright, and instead of main, we're gonna do player. And I don't really have anything else for you to do except just launch what you're about to do. Awesome. That looks great. And here, after each one, we're just going to do a start level. Okay, so we got our level controller. It basically listens for, hey, is player being created? Is grid being created? Oh, once they're both created, let's just go ahead and start that level. And that's what this code does. And so what I'm going to do is just say player dot game object dot transform dot translate. Let's do what I was kind of doing earlier. Let's get the 0th position. So okay, var starting cell equals new position. No, not new. Grid dot grid 0 0. All right, so we got the starting cell. What's next? Starting cell. So it has an X and a Y. Let's just say player dot transform dot translate. I'm gonna just say starting cell dot X, starting cell dot Y, and 0. What would you do? Oh, actually, Y is gonna be 0. Starting cell dot Y. What do you think? Will that do something? Okay. Is there still errors? Null reference. I think this is all taken care of. Let's just clear this. Hit play. Alright, so something's still not exactly right. So if, hold on, hit play. Grid and player. Oh, player is not being set. I wonder why. This dot player equals player. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna cheat right here. Oh, why? I know why. We can go ahead and remove that. How do I do that? Delete? Awesome. You don't have the player script on you. Might help, right? Alright, it has a player script on it now. Interesting. Alright, good. We got some movement. We got things going. That is very nice. I don't know exactly why. Let's see. I am still a little lost. Yep, I could do it on enabled, and then on start. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just do that on start. Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I need all this stuff. I'm gonna just put it on here anyway. Start. We can. How do we rename? Alt R, Control RR. Instead of on enabled, we'll say on start or on start it. Yeah, on start. That's cool. We'll call you a start handler. All right, cool. So that looks fine to me. For main grid, on enabled's fine, but what we're gonna do is just take you out, put you here, and it's not really gonna be update. You're gonna be on start. Same. On start this. Start handler. On start. That looks all great. All right, and so on level control, everything should look cool. On grid, start, on player, start. Alright, that looks fine. Let's see what happens. We should get a grid and a player move to the 000 if I go here. I didn't play. I'll just hit play myself. Awesome. Great. So went from none to none to ground and player. Found everything. Everything looks great. I'm happy with that. Alright, so, but it's not moving to exactly where I want it to be. Starting.x is 0 and starting cell.y is 0, and I don't like that. Let's figure out what's going on there. Main grid. Can we, if we're here in player, yeah, if we're here, can I breakpoint here? Awesome. Alright, so grid, what's grid look like? Grid is a 10 by 10. So if I go to this grid, this, yeah, 0, 0, -5, -5. I don't think that's right either. It's close. It's really darn close. All right, let's figure out what's going on here when we're setting the on main grid. Cell width, cell height are all of that. Oh, but I'm dividing it by an int. The grid width is a float, so that should be okay. Alright, let's look at what's happening here. Minus grid width divided by 2 plus x you're a float right, so this should be 0 times 1 times, so it'll be like 0 over, oh, 0 over 2 is not right. Okay, I'm realizing my problem here. This is not the right equation. So okay, we definitely want to start -5, -5. That's awesome. But we want to add cell width divided by 2, so we're just adding that all together, no craziness. And then we also want to do x times cell width. That makes the most sense to me. So we're going to start back, uncentering it, figuring out where we are, and then adding half to it. Awesome. And then that's how we're going to change this. Height, cell height, cell height. Alright. That should get me right where I need to go. Close-ish. We hit a snag somewhere. You're not X, that's what's going on. Alright, so let me just see if I'm doing this right. Grid width, so we're negative grid width. That sounds great. Negative grid height. X times cell width. Yep, so as you make each cell, and then cell width divided by 2. That just sounds right. Like, I think that's fine. Alright, so how's our grids looking now? 0, 0. Y is not being changed, is what you're telling me. Oh, because Y is not being changed. I see. I feel like this time it's going to work fine. Hit continue. Okay, this is looking promising, yeah? Awesome, so now our guy is truly at 0, 0, and 0, 0 in Unity is the bottom left. So that's how we're going to build everything from here on out. So awesome, good. It's been an hour, and we got a grid, a plane, and let's see if we can get this guy just to move to different grid squares, and then we'll call it a day. So yes, that will be a good start for our Sokoban game. So, I like to put my input controls on the camera, and that's just cause like when you're looking at through different cameras, I think you want your controls to be ever so slightly different. So, I don't know if that's good or bad practice, but input controller, all the stuff's gonna be renamed later. I'm just doing this now. All right, so input controller, it's gonna go to main camera. And so what input controllers can do is just take, for now, input from your keyboard and call some events. So let's figure out what you want our events to be. Public. Kind of like the word static first. Static, public, action. Event, action. We'll call this move left. On left. I don't know yet. I don't know if I should discretize it or just leave it like this. Who knows? I can't make up my mind. Why can't I make up my mind? So what do I want this event to be? Let's just go on left, on right. On right, on up. So we say, I like up first. Kind of like the compass, you know, or clock. Up, right, down, left. And then basically we're just looking for key downs. So if input dot get access on dot get button down horizontal, I believe it is. And then we're gonna have two if statements here. If input dot get axis horizontal is less than 0, just say on left. Yeesh. Say on right. Don't forget to add your empty delegates here. I love this little trick, so I don't have to do the null checking later. But maybe an empty function call is worse than checking for null. I don't know. But anyway, that's how I like to do it. Okay, so if horizontal less than 0, go left, go right, otherwise you didn't really do anything. Same thing with vertical. And so if it's less than 0, go up, I guess. No, go down. And up, except don't go down. On, down. On, up. Something like that. Alright, so we got up, down, left, right. Let's go back to our player script. I see it's not there, so we're going to just go here. Yes, yes, please. On enable. Let's go ahead and subscribe to some events. Okay. Enum direction up, down, left, right. Oh, I like that better than the clock. Yeah. So let's just do something like that. Not quite sure yet, but this is how I'm going to roll with it for now. Plus equals. Could I do like this? Direction dot up, or is that too much? Yeah, I think this is too much. That's okay. We're gonna just go void move up. And all this is going to do is just call move direction that up. Move up, move down, move left, move right. Move up, move down, up, down, left, right. Move left, move right. And the directions will be the same. I kind of just want to single line it, really. Not that it really matters, just so I can kind of see it. This is up, down, left, right. Alright, cool. So you're going to be move up, down, left, right, down, left, right, down, left, right. Okay. So now he actually moves in that direction. So yeah, I don't think this was the right object to do this on for right now. So let's go to level controller when we're subscribing to some things. Let's just go like this. I'm gonna steal you two. Alright. I'll put my public stuff first, then my private enums, and then I'm gonna go to my player. Alright, sorry player, you don't need any of this junk really. Okay, level controller, we're gonna go down here. Does that work? Okay, so move up, down, left, right. Alright, public void set cell. I'm thinking cell is going to have to be its own object, so let's just go ahead and do that right now. New item, cell. And then all we got to do is go to cell here. That's not cell. Cell. We'll go to, where's main grid? Here we go. Where's cell? Here. I think we just gotta do it like this. Alright, so here we go. We got cell. Everyone knows what a cell is now. Public float int x. It's actually int. Let's see if we can rename this. We'll call this position x, position z, and we're gonna have x, y. Alright, cool. Position x, position z. Better just name it y, just so it's not confusing right now. Alright, position x, position y, x, y. So main grid, there's one other thing we have to set. And that was grid x equals x. And grid y equals y. Alright, cool. So we actually know where we are. Alright, so cell equals cell, this cell, that equals cell, and then whatever you're doing here. Yeah, this is a crazy thing. I'm going to say transform that translates cell dot position x, cell dot position y. What do we think? I think that's good. So back in level controller, all we gotta say is player.setCell starting cell. we're just gonna do this as a switch. Direction. Case. Direction dot up. If player dot cell dot get, or just X, I guess, or Y, it is greater than grid dot grid height, greater than or equal to grid height. Alright. Player.cell.y is greater than 0. Oh, so, yeah, plus 1. Is less than... yeah, less than grid height. Then player dot set cell grid dot cell grid dot player cell dot x player cell dot y plus 1, something like that. Grid, maybe. Alright, break. Awesome. Down, player cell minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Do that. Okay, and keep it going. Up, down, left. Player cell dot x minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Player dot set cell minus 1 and then of course the last but not least, up, down, left, right. Plus 1 is less than grid dot grid width. Player dot cell x plus 1. What do we think? Will that work? There's a lot of code we just threw in there. Oops, hit play and then I stopped it. Are we good? Oh Lord. It's definitely doing something. So let's just, yeah, let's debug what's going on. Oh, no. I'm gonna close this. Oh, okay, we have two things going. So I'm gonna close this. Close this. Ah! I didn't close anything. Close. Close. Is everything closing? I hope so. Oh shoot, I didn't look at my chat. Oh! Someone says, oh! I don't get it. Stop. Might have to force quit this. 2 seconds. Alright, back to... Alright. Yes, please. Save it. Let's attach and play, shall we? Let's see where I went wrong. Did I not hit it? Building, doing stuff. It's ready. Going to Unity, playing, up. Alright, so I hit up. Player cell Y is 0. Want to see 1. Grid height is 10F. Okay, that makes sense. Grid, player.cell.x is 0. Player.cell.y 1. So I should get 0, 1. What are we looking at if I try to get 0, 1? 0, 1 is alright, well, okay, first, what's this? Negative 4.5, negative 4.5, negative 4.5, negative 3.5. So that should really be where I want to go. So if I step over, done. So if I go back here to Unity, can I go back over to Unity? I lost player. I see what it's doing now. I think. Yeah, I gotcha. Stop it. I think I see what you're doing now. You're just adding it each time. Yeah. Okay, so us transforming it is not the best way to do it. So, I mean, translating it. So we'll just say position equals new vector 3. That, right? Alright, it's all messed up still, but we are getting there. That seems right. So who's subscribing to that? Is that level controller? Level controller say move up, down, left, right. Move up, down, left, right. Up, down, left, right. Alright, let's just go ahead and make sure we're getting it all right. Up, down, left, right. Is that working? Up. It got up again, I believe, but it's not exact. Okay. Well, good news is it's up, up, up. I'm gonna do left, left, left 4 times. Left, 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 left. All right. Right, 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 right. Down, 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 down. So, okay. It's calling the right functions. Just something is amiss. So because of that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this breakpoint thing again. Up, continue, up. All right, let's see what's going on here. Cell.y should not be 0. Cell.y should not be 0. Let's go look back on main grid. We did that stupid thing again where I'm not paying attention to my X's and the Y's. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good now. Hit play. Cool. So, okay, as I hit up, down, left, right, it's actually following the right pattern. So I'm cool with that. That is definitely a good first day's work. Having a moving character on a plane, like the original game, you know, like boop, 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 boop. So I dig it. And I can't fall off the plane. Can't go off that plane. And it's all based on down, so I have to actually physically press the keys. Cool. Alright, good deal. Kind of diagonal movements. Making sure it all works. Okay. Yeah. Now we got like a good old-fashioned arcade on this plane. So I'm digging it. Alright, so that was about a good hour and a half's worth of work. And that was starting straight from a blank slate and getting this project up and going. So let's go ahead and make a folder, scenes. I'm gonna save the scene as we'll just call it Sandbox 00 for right now. Okay. Very good, very good. I think that's a great start. Let's go ahead and kind of also talk about what we're going to do next time. So I didn't actually use this grid. So we're going to say a new item. It's going to just be a text file, really. I don't know if that's an option. Text file. I don't want to put it in the scripts folder, really. Assets seems fine. Okay. I don't really know how to start this off. We'll just say, I know what to do. Season 2, Episode 00. Sokoban. Getting started. What did we do today? We started a Unity project. Created a plane. A ground plane. Or quad, really. Created a player capsule. Added a few scripts so that the player capsule can walk around the ground. Old 2D style. Alright, good deal. So that's what we did today. Let's talk about what we might do next time on our first episode. Sokoban. Let's add obstacles and movable boxes. I think that's what I want to do next time. I'm going to put that down here. And we're going to just name the episode The Box. The box meaning obstacles or movable boxes. So I kind of like it. The box. The box cube. Love it. Okay. Yeah, good first episode. We will call this quits right now. Yep, sounds good. See you guys later. I'm gonna before I go, I'm gonna also do a git source tree. This is my homework stuff, the stuff that's really been keeping me from doing all this cool game stuff. So we're gonna make we're gonna add a working copy. Or actually, no, create a new repository, a git. I believe it's in Documents, Unity. What did we call this? Sokoban! Okay, select folder. Yep. Let me also... I'm going back to that unis folder on my under monitor right quick because I want to grab something from my Sand City, the ignore file. Alright, and I just pasted that right here into Sokoban. So if I go back here, a whole bunch of stuff should be ignored maybe, hopefully. Please? Porfa, please? Please, please, please? Please, 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 please. Alright. So that is totally the right folder for the git ignore. You just gotta refresh. Click off of here maybe. Maybe just like go to this one. Close this out. Oh look, all my oh, I didn't know that happened. Alright, cool. Sokoban. Dot ignore. Oh yeah, there we go. So it's ignoring library folder, temp folder, object folder. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, let's do some project settings before I commit this git. Project settings, project settings, project settings, and build settings. What I like to do is under the editor, I like to force this stuff, the meta files, to be binary, no, text, because Git's really good with text and you can see what's going on every commit. And all the other stuff, I'm cool. So I'm gonna be cool with that. The other thing I like to do is go to build settings, add the current scene, 64 bits, cool, developmental version. Let's build and run. It's gonna ask me where. I like to make a bin folder. Is that what I do? Bin? What am I ignoring? It's based on what am I ignoring. Oh, did I close source tree? Why would I do that? It sounds like a horrible idea. Alright, build, not bin. Build. Cool. And then we'll just call this Sokoban.exe. Alright, it's still building. Taking its time. Alright, yeah, allow that, for sure. Fantastic. Made with Unity. Watch as I move this capsule in a 2D fashion across a 3D plane. Awesome. Alright, good deal. Looking good, happy with it. Calling it a night. Alt F4, saving this. All the build settings are there. Awesome. Saving it, closing it. Closing. I don't care. Closing everything out. Alright, here we go. So let me just make sure all the files are cool. Got a README, scenes. I'm trying to just kind of ignore the meta files. Yep. Cell, input controller. Yep. Level controller, main grid, player. A lot of asset files, which will probably commit at once. Let's go back to readme.txt. Let's just kind of grab all of this and go to the commit message. Did I actually copy it? I don't really know. It'd be nice to copy it. Can I just open it then? Ah, yeah, it opened on my other monitor. Very good. Yeah, that looks fine. I didn't set any kind of remote anything up. That's great for now. But the cool thing about setting up a remote is once we set up a remote, we can set it up to Unity Cloud Build, and Unity Cloud Build can build stuff, and you can test it on your like iPhone, Android right away, or web browser right away. So I like that too. Cool. That looks great. This is fine. Let's commit this. Alright, our first commit in. Now I'm really gone. See you guys later. Bye.